if it goes down even more than this, I'll probably buy more. Right? It's like having Black Friday and then Cyber Monday. If it drops again, I'm gonna buy more in Cyber Monday. So if you watched my last video about Motley Fool, you know that I was down $400 in just 2 weeks. I got news. And I mean good news. I am down $900 in just 4 weeks. Hey guys, it's Jungho here, and if you watched my last video about me being down $400 in just 2 weeks, I think the market watched my video because they essentially just said, bet. And I was up a decent amount actually when it came to investing with Motley Fool. But if you also watched my last video up until the end, you know that this is good news for me and all of you who are watching as well, because essentially this means that the stocks are on sale. Think of it as a Black Friday. It's on sale, everything's on sale. No, well, not everything, because these are mostly tech stocks, but you know that these are great prices. Am I fazed by this? Yeah, maybe a little bit. I'm like anyone, I don't like seeing the money going down. Nobody likes seeing their Robinhood stocks going red like this. But I mean, this gets me excited more than fearing it, because I am investing for a long term. And if I'm retiring next year, then maybe I would be kind of hesitant about it and I would freak out a little bit. But essentially it will bounce back, and I'm pretty confident that these will bounce back. And before I really begin, I do want to give a little update. I did create a Patreon page when it comes to investing and my portfolio tracking with Motley Fool. I've never done anything like this before. This is pretty new to me when it comes to content creation and just providing value to you. But with the Patreon page, there is a stock portfolio tracker where you get to see each of the stock that I bought through Motley Fool. You get to see whether it came from Stock Advisor or Rule Breaker, and when I bought it, how much of the equity that I had, or how many shares that I have of it, and all the different information will be essential to seeing how my portfolio is doing and how much I'm invested in each of them. But it is a pretty cool spreadsheet, and I worked pretty hard on it. And if you are interested in seeing the portfolio tracker spreadsheet, then I would love to get your support on this. That being said, I would love to also improve that spreadsheet to make it more helpful to you. And so if you have any input on how to make it better, how to make it more visually appealing, then I'll go ahead and try to make that. But this is basically my first pass at just providing as much information as possible that will be helpful for you, if you're interested, obviously. And so if you remember what I said in the past video when I lost 400 rather than 900, I essentially said, go buy these stocks now. And these are on sale and the price will go up, especially because these are strong picks with great numbers, great financial backing, and a great vision, whether their board is strong or they're in a market that's continuing to grow. I think when it came to filming the last video, I think I filmed it around 1st of March or 28th of February, and then the video went out a week later on the 7th. So what I like to do is I like to invest around anywhere from $100 to a couple $100, maybe $300-400 a month when it comes to investing in Motley Fool stocks. And this time around, I knew this was a big sale that's happening, and so I decided to go in with $1,000 a few days after that last video went out. What's the saying called? It's like putting your money where your mouth is. And I don't want to just tell you guys these good things, but I want to show you guys that I am also willing to put my money in there. So for anyone who's been watching my video for some time, you know that I provide affiliate links down on the description below. And I know that some people may feel like, am I just saying these good things because I'm paid by Motley Fool? And I do want to clarify that I am not sponsored by them. I do not get paid to say these things for them. I am affiliate because I believe in the service they do and the work that they put in. The way I like to think about this affiliation with Motley Fool is, for me, I love Chipotle and Chick-fil-A. And if they had an affiliate program, I would love to partner with them because I think it's a great... For me, I love their food anyways. You know, I love the service they provide, and just how fast it is, how delicious their food is, and I would market them anyways. Because I use these products and services already and love it, it's a lot easier for me to feel like I want to be affiliated with them, but I don't want to feel like I'm marketing for someone that I don't believe in. At the end of the day, this is my money going into these investments. So in general, I've gotten a decent amount of good feedback for many of my videos that are related to Motley Fool. And so I do want to always provide these kind of content and value and insight when it comes to the service I'm using. But I don't want you to feel like you feel pressured to buy it or feel like I'm trying to deceive you. Honestly, in my opinion, if you don't want to spend any money but still want to get good stock picks, then just pick the ones that I pick and invest in those, or invest in the ones that I pick, and from there choose which ones you've heard or you believe has the most growth potential. But I don't want you to feel like you need to purchase something. I hate wasting money. I hate wasting money on bad things. And so if you're not happy with the service, or if you might not be happy with it, or feel like you're kind of being lied or tricked into it, don't do it. Please don't do it. I've been in sales before. I hated it. I didn't believe in the product that I was selling. So it's hard for me to feel like I could sell something when I feel like it really won't help someone out. But I believe actually with Motley Fool, they do a decently good job of it. And just reading through what they pick and seeing how well they do, and seeing how other experts pick the similar stocks or the same stocks even, then I know that they do a pretty good job of doing due diligence to figure out what would have the most growth in the coming years. But to the people who are actually purchasing through the affiliate link or support me through Patreon, I am very grateful for it, because that does pay for the equipment and the bills, just to make sure that I provide better content for you guys. And I also want to thank you obviously for watching this video, because that helps the channel out a lot. And if you want to click the like button, that also helps a lot as well. But to continue on into the content of the video, I want to share the numbers with you about just kind of showing you transparency of what I'm doing and what I've been seeing when it comes to my portfolio. Alright, so this is the fun part of it all. I clicked all, so this is the entirety of my portfolio timeline. And then it grew a lot. The amount is the same, obviously, when it comes to seeing my previous videos, but the percentage of it differs, because the more money you put in, the percentage of it goes down. And so when it comes to the peak of it all, this is where I think I made a video around here, around early February, I want to say, or late January. And so that did pretty well up to that point. And then it skyrocketed. I kind of talked about this in my last video. So if you look at January 11th, you could see that it skyrocketed to around $750 of profit or increase. This is 16% increase. Essentially, I did put in another $1,000. And so that percentage goes down, obviously, like I mentioned. And then from there, I think I mentioned that I filmed around late February. So this is where it was when I talked about the last video of me being down. So I went down from $750 to now $378. So that is the difference between of around $400. And so it goes from $750 here to around 127. And so because it's negative, obviously we have to subtract that even more. Yeah, that's quite the drop actually. This is after having so much investment and then just dropping so much. But hey, no sweat. I'm gonna invest in more. So like I mentioned, a couple days after that last video, I did put in a little bit more of $1,000, a little bit more compared to how much I usually put in. And so if we go to transfers right now, you could see, let's see, the deposit interest checking of $1,000 March 10th. So a few days after that drop, I put in a little bit more money. And so I'll talk about the 5 different stocks that I ended up purchasing. These are actually 5 stocks that I already purchased prior. but I believe these dropped a significant amount, more than I expected. But I believe these 5 will bounce back, and so I invested $200 each for those 5. The 8th to about a week after the 8th, 5 days after, it went from negative 127 to around 188, and so that's an increase of around $300. But that $900 is pretty massive, I would say. But I think if you're able to invest right now, if you have the cash available, now is a great time to purchase tech stock. Tesla actually blew up in one day. Actually, I think it had the largest increase. I don't own Tesla actually. I own Tesla through mutual funds or ETFs, but I don't actually invest in Tesla individually. But Tesla had a crazy day where I think, I don't know actually. Let me see how much it increased by. Oh, okay. So here it is. So Tesla, 4 days ago, Tesla surges 20%, nearly wiping out the 5 straight days of selling. So you could see that these stocks are bouncing back pretty quickly. And so I don't try to time the market often, but if it's a drop like this, you want to invest as much as you can. Especially if you know that these stocks will do well over the long term. Now jumping back into the portfolio now you can see the playback of what happened in the last couple months. Obviously increased a lot, and then the huge drop, and then you could see that the tick back up is actually, it came back up a lot, a decent amount actually. And if it goes down even more than this, I'll probably buy more. Right? It's like having Black Friday and then Cyber Monday. You know, if it drops again, I'm gonna buy more in Cyber Monday. But these are the 5 that I chose. CrowdStrike is one of the ones that I picked. Fiverr, Exxon, Lemonade, and Pinterest. I think these are 5 that have a pretty good potential, I believe. I think Motley Fool has a pretty good outlook for these companies as well. And these dropped a significant amount. And so I have no doubt that these will bounce back. And so if you are interested in investing right now, I think these 5 are great to pick right now. Rather than just going all in to 1 or 2 stocks, I just decided to go with 5. Usually I like to invest $100 each. But this one I put in another $200 on top of the initial $100 that I put in for these stocks. And so I'll like to give you an update later on, obviously. But usually I like to space out my updates when it comes to Motley Fool, but this is too hard to pass up. And I wanted to give a quick update on it, especially given that I said, I think you should purchase more of these stocks now. And so I wanted to kind of give an update to how much and to which stocks I allocated those funds to. I am very excited to see how this will play out. There are numerous of different companies that are going to surge up. Obviously, for example, Tesla going up 20% in just literally a few days is ridiculous. And although it's kind of scary to see that fall and the rise and fall of it all, it's hard, obviously, like just emotionally. It's somewhat adrenaline pumping, obviously, because it is exciting, but it kind of gives you that stress. But if you know that you're investing for the long term, I think this is a great way to just kind of put it in, just forget about it. If you are investing in smart stocks, then I think you'll do well over the long term. But I think this is, again, the reason why I chose Motley Fool as a way to invest, because I believe these will grow over long term. So these are the times when you get to see who are the real long-term investors. Are you looking for quick cash, or are you willing to kind of ride out the bumps, buy on the dip, and then and see it rise shortly after. But if you are interested in seeing more updates like this and seeing which stocks I buy, make sure you go hit that subscribe button and hit the bell notification so you will be notified. And if you are interested in Patreon, I would be grateful if you're able to support me that way, but no pressure. I want to make sure that I provide you with as much valuable content for you. Like always, let me know in the comments below any kind of comments or questions that you might have. And as always, Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.